It is with great pleasure and joy that I return. These moments are moments of fellowship, of light and love. That's why they please me. You are within a life that doesn't always play with you. You often find yourselves on paths in situations where you say, but why am I here? Why is this really happening in my life right now, at this moment? You perceive life not exactly as it truly is, but rather in the way that you personally see and interpret it. Life doesn't have a form, and this should be very clear, but it isn't. If you start to see that your life is different from everyone else's life, you'll stop comparing yourself to them. If you start to see that your life is different from everyone else's, you'll see that what's right for someone else doesn't have to be right for you. What works for someone else, what's interesting to someone else, what's real for someone else, doesn't necessarily have to be for you. If you start to see yourself as the individuality of the universe within a human body, having an experience on this planet, you'll start to see your life in another way. The problem is that you have a lot of difficulty seeing this because you were taught. You were taught that you live within a pack, within a collective, and that you can't escape it. That's just how it is. But deep down, you know that you are special. You are extraordinarily different. And not only that, there is also the evolution of all this. You have always been different. You've always been special. And every day you become more different and more special. When someone tells you, you've changed, don't feel offended. On the contrary, it means that you are flowing within the transformations of the universe. If that person never changed, well, it's they who live in resistance and can't flow with the universe. You are walking through a unique life along a unique road with your needs along with your desires, and everything that you truly are is absolutely unique. It's no use saying, oh, I should do this or that, because people who do it get certain results. Don't look at your life through the eyes of other people. It might be that if you change certain things in your life, you'll get results similar to others. But it might be that you do it and you don't. No one can be compared to anyone else. Being different isn't something abnormal. Being different is something extraordinarily normal in the universe. Everything is unique in the universe. You who are a father, mother, grandfather, or grandmother, you'll know that each of your children or your grandchildren or your nephews, each one is different. They all have needs, different expressions. They're in the same core. They're part of the same family. They're under the same rules, but they're different and don't want, and it's no use wanting them to be the same because they won't be. Just as you're not like your neighbor or your coworker or your brother, you're not the same. You're truly different. Why am I stating this and showing you through many, many different aspects that you're different? It's because recognizing your own uniqueness really matters. So that you start, in your own way, giving real and meaningful value to your unique difference on this planet. You are different. You contribute to the planet in a different way. You contribute to humanity in a different way. That's why you're special. That's why you're important. That's why you're unique. Some will say, yeah, but I'm not perfect. Or that person who claims to be such a part of the light and love isn't perfect either. Perfection doesn't exist. Perfection is a rule of society. It's part of beliefs that are momentary. Today, what is perfect might not be tomorrow. Today, what has value might not tomorrow. What remains? What remains is that the being is unique and does the best it can within what it is at that exact moment. If tomorrow you're different, you'll express yourself differently. And it'll be another version, different from the one that's already different today. It's not because tomorrow you learned more that you became perfect or imperfect. Tomorrow you will be different. Just as today you are different. If you find beauty in your indifference to being different, know that you've reached a broader view of yourself. So look at yourself no longer wanting perfection, but seeing your true dimension of being that doesn't want what everyone else wants, that doesn't want to be a certain way just to please someone. It wants to exist and be happy. And only that. That is what you want. Don't try to fit in to other people's rules. They were made for other people. They weren't made for you. You can only fit into the rules that you make for yourself, whether they are limiting rules or empowering ones, whether they are rules that always give you that will to live, or rules where you feel you always need to protect yourself. It doesn't matter. But you can only fit into your own rules. You can only live under your own laws and no one else's. Understand that your difference, which you sometimes see as so imperfect, is necessary for the universe. It is necessary for the greater plan. It's necessary so humanity sees itself as individuals collaborating harmoniously. So instead of harshly crucifying your indifference to being different, start to embrace that indifference. Start to accept. That's the first step. And then start to accept your difference. The fact of being different opens the doors to a much greater love for yourself. And besides that, the more you accept your difference, the more you can accept the difference of others. This way, you stop being that person who judges everything and everyone to be the one who loves everything and everyone. The more you accept yourself, the more you become a happy person who lives within paths full of light and love. Because love, difference, and acceptance walk in harmony.